Hey everybody, it's Glenn back in this video with the WWE Elite Collection Hall of Fame series. And with some of you lusting after wrestling action figure reviews like Jake the Snake did his crack pipe, well, you're gonna get 4 of them coming over consecutive days to keep you happy. The series comprises Tito Santana, Hulk Hogan, Eddie Guerrero, and Yokozuna, but let's kick it off with Tito. When I first unboxed these in a video, Tito drew a couple of comments that makes me think a few of you will consider this as getting him out the way first. But as we look at the packaging back, it states his year of induction into the WWE Hall of Fame was 2004, making him of the 4 the earliest inductees, so let's look at them chronologically that way. So here he is out of packaging, and to answer his detractors, while I do understand a Tito figure ain't gonna set the world on fire, but not every wrestler can be as over as Hulk Hogan. Yet they all have their place. Getting into watching wrestling as I did in the late 80s and early 90s, I admit sure he was mostly a glorified jobber back then, putting over the likes of Mr. Perfect, Rick Martel, and Shawn Michaels in some of his earliest singles matches. Yet those were some solid matches that helped made stars of those men, and in my opinion a collection representing a roster from that era is not complete without Tito here. Yet his simple getup doesn't make for the flashiest eye-catching figure that might explain him shelf-warming, as Ryder or Riot One pointed out. But what detail he did have is present on the figure, from the lightning bolts on his boots and again on his trunks, then the sombrero alluding to his Mexican heritage. Or maybe he's just a fan of Speedy Gonzalez. Now taking an even closer look at the head sculpt, and I think the likeness is serviceable. However, top marks to the rendering of the mullet, which I'd say smacks of the 80s, but in wrestling mullets are kinda timeless, aren't they? For an accessory, he comes with his entrance shirt, which in the days before WWEshop.com, it was probably left for Tito's dear old mother to hawk out the back of her car outside of whatever arena Tito was wrestling at. It is fabric, which I really appreciate. It has a Velcro fastener in the back to ease placing it on and taking it off. So there he is wearing it, ready to take to the aisle to wrestle in no doubt a losing effort, while Bobby the Brain Heenan on commentary makes jokes about Mexican food giving you diarrhea. Oh, good times. I mean the watching the wrestling and listening to the commentary part, not the having diarrhea part. Now looking at articulation, and his head rotates side to side, then there is some up and down movement of the head, but look, it's like it's weirdly spring-loaded. And then at the shoulder his arm rotates, and it also moves up to a right angle to his body. There's upper arm rotation followed by a single jointed elbow. Then at the wrist his hand rotates, and it's also hinged, moving down and up. There's waist rotation, and then there's an ab crunch which moves this far forwards, and then, yep, this far back. At the hips, his legs move out to the side this much, they move this far forward but then don't move back. There's upper leg rotation, then his knee pads are hiding a double jointed knee. There's rotation at the top of the boot. There should be an ankle hinge, but as often with Mattel's Elites, it's frozen, but there is an ankle pivot. So that's Tito Santana done and dusted. Click this video if you missed my review of the WWE Creator Superstar Undertaker come Frankenstein come Zombie set. And stay tuned for much more to come from this Hall of Fame series. I hope to see you next time. Bye.